Hi, it's Marie. I'm here today. I just finished Anna Griffin's Create Crop at Home 3 over the weekend. And I didn't do scrapbook pages, I did cards. And so I've had some people ask me to show what I did and how I modified scrapbook pages, the ideas for scrapbook pages into cards. So the first day was Annalise, and it's the paper that's currently being used in the flower cart finishing school box. It's beautiful paper. So this is the first one that I did, and so she had us. I used a knife to cut out the diamond patterns all the way around this sheet that I made the size of a slimline card, 4x9 1/4. And then I put it on here with a little bit of foam, and then I trimmed the edges down so everything's even with the edge. And this is the border that she had us do using pattern paper, and you cut out a lace border with it, and it created this ombre effect going from the pink, white, green, orange, and back to the pink. Really pretty. And so I just made like a card topper for this, and this was one of the labels for scrapbooking that was in there, and that's great for a thank you card. So when I laid out the flowers, I did like an S curve and then filled in with these two on the side to complement it. So that one's kind of fun. This one, I did cut a lot of the photo mats before in the prep, and so I will be using those on cards. I knew I would be, so I didn't think anything about not cutting those, in the same way with the borders. So this is one of the borders that's in there. Have the top layer, the shadow layer, and then one of the strips, she had us cut strips out of striped paper to layer for edges, and that's where that one went to, was part of it went here. This is cut out of the actual Annalise paper. It's one of the rounded corner die set. It's a really pretty die set. This is the big one, the medium, and the small. And then this down here, let me get that in there so you can see it right here. This, she had us create a pocket. So you did a slice. It looks like a woman's dress top, and you could pocket things in there. Well, I pocketed some flowers in there. Fun doing that one. This one, the lace concentric die set is cut out of pattern paper, the same paper as that first card was. And then this is one of the strips from the paper, the ombre effect. I had some of those left. And then I created a semi-shadow box effect by mitering the corners underneath and layering it on top, a fern, and then flowers. And I added a hummingbird for some interest. When I finished it, I felt like it was too plain in the corners, so I dug out some of I have a lot of corners that I cut from different sets to have available if I want to put them on a card. So that was fun. This one is out of the blue and green paper. Same thing, I created a card topper. This is one of the strips out of a striped paper. And then the pink foil over the blue is a really pretty contrast. Carried the pink and green. This was a birthday sentiment from the kit. Lots of gold elements, so I tried to use some of those. That one was fun. Now this one, she had us fussy cut. The way it comes is this ripple border has these flowers on top of it. So using a knife, I cut the edges and then stack that part on top of the whole one. I still have the bottom left to use for something. This one, we cut one of the center border things in half to layer on there. And then I took one of the frames and used parts to make it extend over the length of a slimline card. And the Celebrate is one of the sentiments from there. These colors are just so pretty. And so to mirror this, I have kind of, it's not mirror, it's more to fill out. I have the flowers in here and some gold accents. And then the last card that I have to show you from Annalise is this one, which she taught us how to take the border, the same border right here, this green, is this gold. And we did it into in my case, it's more like an oval. And then we pleated some of the stripe paper. And I don't know if you can see that. It has real dimension. I added foam squares to pop it up. And then filled in around here with flowers for the top edge, so it looks finished, and added some of the gold leaves. So that was fun. And then day 2 was Canton Bleu, and let's see, which of these did I do first? I think this one was the first one I did. So we made borders. This is one of the border dies. It's cut from one of the border dies. And we had this really pretty midnight blue metallic paper. And we inlaid a strip of gold down the middle and cut it. And it gives it that really elegant look. And that can be used with a lot of different dies. And then the same thing, cut one of the dies, the strips that we had, border strips, in half. And I laid half on either side. I did a design up here in the corner with swirls and ginger jars and a ginger pot thing in the corner with flowers, blue, and one of the Celebrates from the kit. Then this one, so I'd cut layers and like we're in the instructions. So I just layered it. This is a 5x7 from the whole series of rectangular dies that were in with the kit. So this is just a flat navy color. This one has a diamond pattern to it. And then these are gold. I put one of the plates behind it, a couple of ginger jars. This I had in my stash. And I put that on, and the blue flowers, and I think it's just, it really complements the background paper. And then this one, she had us gut a piece of paper, so I had done that, 12 by 12 with 1 1/4 inch border, and then they were turning it into more of a dimensional scrapbook page. So you took one of the borders, this was actually the fence border, and laid it around the inside edge, and it created this almost like small lace effect on it. This does have dimension to it. I have it popped up with foam. And then one of the pots and a couple flowers. This is from my stash. These, I had to miter the corners because to cut that 12 by 12 down to 5 by 7, I just did some slicing on that, and then I mitered the corners and put the gold foil flowers on it, and then trimmed them off on the edge again so that it looks finished that way in my view. This one is another one of the inlaid pieces, die cut in half. I mean a strip, border strip cut in half for the outside. Another one of the cartouche sentiments, a pot, a couple hydrangeas, and one of the plates. Pretty card. I think I really like this blue paper, and I did order more. Yes, I did. So this one, the technique was to weave paper strips, I think it was 1/4 inch, into the fence die. Again, that beautiful blue metallic. Really pretty. This is the whole border that I've been cutting in half for those other cards. Some gold swirls to tie it together, and 3 pots and hydrangeas, and a sentiment from my stash. And then the last day was Carte Noir, and I really like this paper. It's always been my favorite. So again, I'd cut some of the things that were in the PDF to pre-cut. So that's where the pink came from. This black came from there. And then this was a really pretty border strip that's with the Carte Noir, and this one too. So I just butted the 2 rose pinky, deep pink together in the center, put them down the middle, and then covered that middle section to make it finished with the black and white strip. And then I used some gold in the background to make the flowers pop. And just did a mini arrangement in here. Then this one is just stacking border strips that we had created with, this one's really pretty. Well, they're all pretty, but this one's more elaborate with the dark pink behind it, and then that same pink printed border. I cut a strip of the black in the smaller lace. This is the bigger lace, this is a smaller lace, and then this is that black and white strip again. Gold intermixed with the flowers to finish it off, and this little gold ties the gold and everything together with the flowers coming out. Then this one is like creating a centerpiece down here, or a page title, and in this case a card title. So the mirror image of the gold foiled accents, the flowers, and then it's the border, pink borders mirrored, and then this is mirrored, and the black and white. I added a black and white butterfly to it. And yes, life is better with friends. Someone special will get that. Then, let's do this one next. So, we cut out a lot of the layers in it for various things. And so I wanted to do, this is the really pretty elaborate paper that's with Carte Noir. And Anna called it creating a framed piece of art on your scrapbook page. So I tried to do that with a card. So I have that piece of pretty paper framed in here. Didn't want to cover it up, so the flowers flow this way in a semicircle or a heart almost, half a heart. And then there's layered with the pink and the black with pattern paper, another one of the wider lace strips, and yeah, and this is the text weight paper on here. I just adhered that to a card front. And then, oh, that's my kitty, sorry. So you are a work of art. There's so many people I could give that to. We cut frames by using the layered rectangular dies. If you do 2 in a row, you get basically a frame for artwork. And then there's this pink and gold layer, a green and gold layer, the black cut out of a pattern, one of the darker patterns from the paper, a pink, and another black out of pattern paper. There's gold swirls in here, and then just tied it all together. I like using butterflies, if you can't tell. And the text weight paper back here again. And then this one was, these were rectangular when we started, and then to get them into a square shape, which really works well on a scrapbook page, a 12 by 12 pages, because your size of your page is 12 by 12, which is square. So to try and work that into a card, I did basically the same technique. So you have the pink foil, a pattern paper, the pink, raspberry pink, and then the gold and white diamond back here. I did a strip of the same pink that's here, right here, to try and pull it together. And then this back layer over here is the pink foil and the green. And this is the pretty green-backed paper, which in the card collection, this has a black background. But in this one, it's got this really pretty green. I really like that. And then I mirrored this and this. You know, that you want movement when you make something, and then filled in some spaces with those. It looked empty to me, so I used 2 of the corners to tie it and finish it for me. So that's what I did with the cards, and I hope you enjoyed seeing this. Leave me a comment if you like it and want more. Thanks.